So I'm gonna be doing like not reading vlogs, but reading updates. So currently the book I'm reading is Before I Let Go, Miss Kennedy Ryan's newest release. Because it was like a slow day at work, I read up to 62 pages. Now, usually when I read a book and it's like 300 pages, I like doing 50 and then sometimes 100. And depending on how good the book is, I might finish it in a day. You feel me? So I read up to 62. Tonight I'm gonna try to read up to at least 100 and then take a break. Since I'm off tomorrow, I'm gonna read some more. Now, my first thoughts for the first pages of now. Let's talk about Dejanay. Dejanay is Yasmin and Josiah's child. I believe she's the oldest child. Yeah, I believe she's the oldest child or is the son, but I have to double check. But before I even get into that, this book is a second chance romance about a divorced couple. So Josiah and Yasmin share business. They also co-parent. So back to Dejanay, which is their daughter. I felt like she took the divorce like really hard, but the problem is, unfortunately I have two parents that are blessed and married and still together. So I don't know how I would feel if my parents were divorced and I was living mainly with one parent, because the kids mainly live with Yasmin because Josiah works in a restaurant. So Yasmin is taking care of the kids, so he has more time to deal with the restaurant. But I wouldn't know how that felt. So I'm trying to give her some leeway, but the way she is like disrespecting her mother and like being so nice with Josiah's new boo or whatever, it kind of irks me. Now, of course, when I have kids, I don't want to do the parenting the way my parents did. I don't want to use a belt or anything. I want to still be disciplined, but kind of use a gentle way, because one, kids didn't ask to be here, and two, they dealing with so much emotions. Unless you like teach them how to regulate it, they don't know how to express themselves without, I guess, throwing a tantrum. So I hope she gets better, but I just don't like how she is disrespecting her mother. Also, but yeah, that's my thoughts so far. I'm gonna try to read up to 100 pages. If I do, I will be back with another update. So this is part 1, and then hopefully I can finish this book by Monday, so y'all could get a video hopefully by Tuesday, and then I might do a written review. We'll have to see. What's up, YouTube? As you know, I wanted to do like reading updates, so this is my second reading update. As you know, currently I'm reading Before I Let Go. I am on page 248. I just updated my journey on Goodreads Storygraph. I'm like 62% on the way. I'm gonna take a 30-minute break right now and then try to finish it so I could do a video tomorrow and then edit it and then maybe upload it Tuesday. Now my thoughts. I love Yasmin. I love Josiah, but sometimes he could say things better. Now, I know both of them hurt, but he could say things better. And I can understand, like, this also is going to be a lot of spoilers. I understand why Yasmin was kind of like mad at him, especially dealing with her grief, because it's like when you dealing with someone who doesn't really show emotions and anything, when you're dealing with hurt and it feels like they're not showing you their hurt, they're not showing you how they feel, and they just running around, it makes you angry, because it's like, I'm crying, I'm dealing with grief, I I'm showing how I'm feeling about our losing our baby, and it's like you're not doing things, like you don't care. Now he cares inside, but because she's not seeing that, it just pisses her off, because it's like, I lost the son name is Henry. I lost Henry. I'm feeling this grief, all that, and you're not doing any, like, you're not showing no emotion. If it seems like you don't even goddamn care about losing our child, even though that is not the case, but that is what she is seeing. Like, you're not showing that you care. Like, I hope I don't get through the situation, because I do know some mothers, depression, postpartum, and hopefully I don't get through that feeling. But it's just like, it seems like, I forgot because I had to pause it, but I understand why she was mad. And I know he didn't want the divorce, but I feel like if they would have kept being married, and she even said this, I would have grew to resent you, especially like you not showing your emotions, you not showing how you feeling, especially about losing our baby. She would have grew to hate him, and eventually he would have grew to hate her. And so instead, she said, I want a divorce. I need to help myself get better, and I feel like I can't help myself get better when I'm around you. I need that. Also, the daughter, Dejane, like, she's trying me. Like, she's trying my nerves. Like, it just, like, she gives her father so much leeway, but her mother, she condemns, especially with the divorce. She was like, oh, she told her dad, she was like, oh, you was strong or whatever, and mom just let it go. Like, I ain't never got so pissed at a child in a book, because it's like, you don't, first of all, your father holds all his emotions deep inside. He doesn't express it like your mother. So it's obvious why you deem him as strong and her as weak. But, like, your mother, I think it was like 36 weeks. She carried your little baby brother 36 weeks. She still had to carry him, and he was still born. Then she probably had to hold him and then get everything set up. Then the funeral. Then she was depressed. Like, you give your father so much leeway, but then condemn your mother, which was just like pissing me off, because like, little girls, like you just hate your mom so bad. You hate your mom so bad. Like, would you rather them stay married and then she end up hating your father so bad that they wouldn't be able to co-parent? Because they share a business. I hope she gets better, but this little girl is annoying me. And like, I was trying to give her like leeway, because I mentioned in my first update that I'm blessed to have parents that are married, that are still married together. We live in the same household. They're not divorced. So I wouldn't know how that feels. So I'm trying to give her leeway, but it's like, you give your father leeway, and then you condemn your mother, calling her weak and all that. Oh, dad hold it together for the divorce and all that, and condemn mom. Like, is she weak for being depressed, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I hope she gets better, but I do not like this little girl. I really don't. I tried. But happy moments. I remember I was watching this girl's TikTok, and she mentioned carousel from Hookshot, and I scrolled it because I didn't want to get spoiled, because I didn't read the book yet. But then I seen it, and who was it? My girl Lotus. And not only did it say Lotus, it didn't say Lotus Dupree, it said Lotus Ross, which tells me her and Kenan got married, and I'm so damn happy, because that's my girl. My Dupree girls deserve happiness, not just together with their significant other, but they deserve happiness in general. If you read Longshot, you know Iris's story. If you read also Longshot, you also got parts of Lotus' story. But if you definitely read Hookshot, you know their stories were very traumatic. So I'm glad they're happy. I'm gonna take like a 30-minute break. I might continue on tonight. If not, I will try to finish it in the morning and then do my video. But deuces. So I finished before I let go. So I got a couple of thoughts before I give my rating. First I want to say, now this is like my 4th book by Miss Kennedy Ryan. I do have her Kingsmaker series and her Grip series on my list, so I do plan to get that. But this might, I don't know if people feel this way, but this is just me. I will pick Kenan over Josiah. I will pick August over Josiah. And not gonna lie, Josiah cool, but a lot of times, and I understand he was hurt, but a lot of times he said he'll be high, we'll be at the good moment, and then he'll say some harmful ass comments. And then I'm glad he also said it when we got to his POV, that he was looking through stuff black and white. Like, Yasmin was drowning. Like, this is a reference from Grey's Anatomy. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, how Meredith felt like she was drowning. Yasmin was drowning. She lost Henry. She lost her child. She had to carry him stillborn. Then she lost Aunt Bird. And she said it. She felt like when Henry died, she lost a piece of herself. Another Grey's Anatomy reference, where April went to Jordan. She didn't feel like she got back a piece of herself or better of herself until she went to Jordan. I don't know if that's a country. I'm just assuming that is. But she didn't get back that part of herself until she went to Jordan. She felt like she was dying. She felt like she was suffocating because, you know, you carrying this child, you doing all this, and then just for this child be stillborn, and then you still have to deliver the baby. She felt like a piece of her died, just like Yasmin did. And I just felt like he was looking at it so much with black and white and not seeing that if they would have stayed together, she would have grew to resent him and she would have grew to hate him. And they wouldn't be able to communicate and really co-parent because she has this hatred towards him. So she had to choose her marriage or choose herself. And like, of course she hated that she didn't choose her marriage, but you know, she had to find herself, not, you know, her old self. She had to find who she is now, and I feel like he didn't understand that. And then the daughter was pissing me off, and so they had, spoiler warning, she had caught Josiah and Yasmin having, you know, adult business, and then she was getting mad. Yasmin saying, "Oh, you broke our family, all this." And first of all, you a child, like you 14, because your birthday, I think her birthday was like the next page or something. You were 14, you were a child. That's one. Two, now I understand that, you know, you have some feelings, but the way you coming at your mother was just like annoying me. You will condemn your mother, but say, "Oh, your father's so strong." A man that don't even show him his emotions. A man that don't even show his emotions. A man that, while his wife was grieving and drowning, now of course it's okay to like continue to put a roof over our head, but was running and doing and being at the restaurant basically 24/7. That man. Like, you are so young that you lack like that empathy. You were not in that right, that spot that Yasmin was in. Like, you buried like a year ago. Then a couple weeks ago you lost a child. You, little girl, you have no idea how that feels. And then all these thoughts in her head. And then you're not, now I'm not gonna say like kids can't be depressed, because I've had my depressive modes, especially around like Christmas, but you haven't been depressed. You don't know how that feels. especially losing a child. So she was bugging me. But then when Yasmin was like, I will like work to get your forgiveness even if you hate me, she gonna say I ain't hate you. I don't hate you. If I could have annotated this book and wrote all the pages where she says some foul stuff to her mother, I would show y'all, because ain't no way like you smiling at V, Josiah's boo, in the first half, like she's your mother, and then having this resentment in your mother's eyes, saying she ruined everything, all that, but you don't hate her. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Like you had that big ass hatred for her. It was just like, And I think this is the first book I have on my shelf with like a parent that has a kid. So, and I didn't want to hate a kid. Like in the first half, I wanted to give her leeway because I'm blessed to have two parents that are married and living in the same household. But nah, you was just being so disrespectful, like disrespectful as hell. And I could not rock with that. And then Josiah, I understand you were hurt. I get that. But I wish the therapist would have asked him if Yasmin didn't ask you for that divorce and y'all stayed, and she didn't go to therapy, if she was still drowning, and then she grew to resent you, how would that make you feel? Or something like that. Because if it got to a point where she grew to resent you and hate you, I think that will hurt worse than her asking for the divorce. Because I feel like you couldn't see that she was drowning, and that if she stayed in that relationship, she wouldn't make it. She wouldn't make it. And I understand like it hurt, but I feel like he couldn't really see. He was looking at it with black and white, like, I love you, you love me. Why are we getting divorced? You couldn't see it. You couldn't see it at all. And that just bugs me. Now, I enjoyed this book. It's definitely over a 3. I honestly would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I gotta really process this. But this is just like my initial thoughts about the book. But like, I would pick Kenan over Josiah, and I would pick August over Josiah. I don't know if I would pick Jared over Josiah, but I definitely would pick the first and last book boyfriends from the Hoop series over Josiah. Just cause them hurtful comments like was just bugging me. And then you like coming at her about V and like, oh, why you acting jealous? You don't have to, like, you got no reason to act jealous. But then on her date, you looking through the camera and about to have a goddamn heart attack because she's on a date. Like, double standards. But I'm gonna take a 2-day break because I don't want to put myself in a reading slump. Try to finish Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and we'll see. I think I'm gonna read some comments. I might read some comments for the month. We'll see. Cause I got some new books that I haven't read, but old, they been on my shelf for like a month or two. But yeah, enjoy. Have a good day.